And while I was there, I kind of got obsessed with making cities work better. What makes a city work, and how do you make it work better? And especially with housing policy, living in Boston at the time, and but then also having lived in DC, having lived in Chicago, and a little bit in California, housing has always been a big part of kind of the challenge, so to speak, of that I've been interested in. And so while I was at school, started a startup with a friend that helped people buy their first homes. So we partnered on a few homes with people. And I was running that business for a few years, and in that FinTech space. Went through an accelerator, raised some money for it, was having a great time. And then unfortunately, first my co-founder had to leave because of health issues. And then when we were in the middle of another round that we were raising for, COVID happened. And that was the moment at which, like if you're running a startup, if you ever run a startup or in your future, you every startup has that moment where you have to kind of like decide for yourself, am I delusional enough to keep going? Because that's what it takes to make a startup succeed. Like every startup has that moment of doubt.